Hey, what's up? So I wanted to do a different video on door knocking. I wanted to go straight into it, just like we're knocking on the door right now. So I haven't scripted this morning. Shame on me, but I wanted to give you some actual footage of me without script practice and just straight into knocking on door one. Okay? So this is pretty typical what happens. I'm gonna give you a pretty typical response from homeowners. Knock knock. Hey, how you doing? My name's Anthony with Century 21. How you doing today? First takeaway, I always tell myself never ask how are you doing today. I never want to ask that question because what are they going to tell me? Not good. I'm okay. What do you need? Those are the responses that they're going to give me. Yes, it's polite, but it's not salesman, saleswoman speech. Okay, we got to correct that. So get that out of your vocabulary. We're not asking how are you doing. So let me repeat that. Hi, my name's Anthony with Century 21. I have whatever the piece of value is. Have a flyer for you for this. I have a flyer for you for our open house that we're doing this weekend. We got to go straight into business. We can't small talk. We can't, how are you doing? We can't do that. Okay, once we get past the barrier, then we can have the small talk, but not now. Okay. Hi, my name's Anthony with Century 21. Here's a flyer that we have for our open house this Saturday. Did you guys notice the house that was for sale 3 houses down? It's just right over there. Yeah, we did see it. What's it selling for? We listed it for 459, and we actually already have offers coming in over asking price in the 70s. Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, so have you guys ever seen the house? We don't want to go straight to the sales pitch of, have you ever thought about selling your house? And then what do? We're setting ourselves up for a no or an escape route, right? An exit strategy. We don't want to set ourselves up for an exit strategy. So, have you seen the house next door? No, I haven't. Want to come take a look at it now? Oh, no, 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 it's fine. All right, not a problem. Well, we're going to be there this weekend, Saturday from 12 to 5. So, we'd love to have you. And then we're going to have an hour in the beginning. So, from 12 to 1, we're going to have time for our neighbors to come. And we're going to have refreshments, and we're going to have cheese, and we're going to have whatever snacks you're going to have. Let them know what you're going to have. That way, they feel a little bit more like, hey, I want to go take a look at that property. Raffles are always good. So if you have a raffle going on, we're going to do a raffle for the neighbors. Swing by. So once you get past that, the next thing is now you do want to start to generate leads, right? That's the purpose of our door knocking. It's really not just to tell them about an open house. I mean, that's important, just as important as anything else. But at the end of the day, we're trying to generate leads. So we have to go into the close for a lead. So, hey, so how long have you guys lived in the neighborhood? 4 years. Where'd you come from? Fullerton. Oh, great. Are you planning on staying here for the rest of your life? Is this your dream home? Oh, no, it's not our dream home, but we like it here and this and that. Okay, well, when you sell this house, remember we spoke about this on the previous door knocking video. When you sell this property, where are you gonna move to? Where is your dream home? Where is your dream location? If I could pick, I would pick Fullerton. I'd love to go back to Fullerton. Okay, perfect. So now we mentally know that one day they're gonna probably sell and go to Fullerton, right? So create that interest. People like to talk about themselves. People like to tell you all about themselves. If you ask questions, they'll give you answers all day. So, what did you like about Fullerton? Did you go to school out there? Oh, that's awesome. I like their college program. They have a great baseball program through their college, stuff like that. And then we have to ask for the business. It's so important that we ask for the business. So hey, it looks like you guys are thinking about moving in the next year or two, right? Yeah, actually, we're probably going to be out here in the next few years. Just depends on my work, my wife's work. Perfect. Well, I didn't get your name. What was your name? Oh, my name is James. James, pleasure is mine. If you guys need any assistance, I can definitely be your go-to guy for real estate. Would you mind if I received your phone number or email? That way I can stay on top of you guys in the future and make sure that we can assist you sometime down the road. You know what, Anthony? We're not in a position right now that we want to sell or we want to buy anything. So, maybe you have a business card? Yeah, absolutely. My contact information is down there at the bottom. Do you have an agent or do you have a lender that you would use already if you didn't meet me? And that's a good question to ask because it'll tell you if they have anyone, but it's also an exit strategy. But at some point in time, we got to draw the line in the sand, right? So they'll tell you, actually, yeah, my cousin, he's a real estate agent, or my wife's brother, he's a real estate agent. So you don't really want to knock their agent, but you want to show your value. So you don't want to knock their agent and say, oh, well, this is a common uh, manager's response to something like that. Are you sure you want to work with a family member? What if the deal doesn't go perfect? I mean, you can always fire me, but can you fire your brother or your brother-in-law? Do you want them knowing all your finance situation? That you had credit card debt, that you have, high car payments, that you're 60 days late on anything. You could go that route. Mm, Maybe that's a conversation for down the road. But what I would definitely focus on is providing and showing and displaying your value. All right, perfect, not a problem. Well, I'm a real estate agent that does this full time. I want to make sure that the agent that you use, that they're also full time. 75% of agents, they do 1 or 2 deals a year, and that's not enough experience to best represent you, especially in a selling position or a buying position. So you want to make sure you get a really good agent that's going to negotiate um, to the best of their ability to best represent you. And you want to find somebody that you could fire at the end of the day, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if there's an issue with me, which I I don't have any issues with my clients because communication superior and my relationship with you is very important. So I wouldn't do anything to cross our relationship. But if you wanted to, you could do that and you'd never see me again, right? But if you, let's say you had a family member that was an agent and something went wrong, you really can't fire them, right? So it's nice to keep business and family separate. So if you wanted to use an agent like myself, I am a full-time agent. This is how I provide for my family. You want to let them know that you're a real person, because sometimes they just see salesmen or saleswoman, but you want to present that you're a real person. This is how I provide for my family. I have a son and a daughter. Um, Also, I do a pretty good amount of numbers. I do. You want to let them know that you actually produce. You don't want to boast about your numbers. In January I did 4 million, and then in February I did 6 million, and you don't want to do that. But you want to let them know that you do a good number of transactions and your experience, because you're countering what you just mentioned about a potential part-time agent. So I would definitely mention something along the lines of, I've done, a large amount of transactions over the course of my career, and I've experienced the good and the bad. I've experienced FHA issues, VA issues, conventional issues, and I know how to approach those issues with the best solutions. I have Century 21 behind me, which is a great company, and we have great support, and we have great infrastructure. That's really big because when you think of real estate, there's a few big names that you think of, and one of them is Century 21, and probably the highest one is Century 21, which is a great name. Not saying that the other brokerages are not, because there's a lot of great brokerages out there. There's a lot of small brokerages that do great work, but at the end of the day, in the eyes of the consumer, Century 21 is probably one of the biggest real estate names that come to mind. So boasting about your company is going to be very beneficial for you, and that's what I like to piggyback on. Is if I don't have the experience on something specific, I mention how Century 21, my manager, or a couple of the agents that I'm linked with have experience in that, and we collectively as a team will conquer any issue that we have with the sale or the buying process of their home. So those things are very important. once you get past those few obstacles, the consumer now feels that you're very, very capable of completing this transaction. And you have to talk professionally. And never at any point do you want to talk less professional. You want to keep the professionalism at an all-time high, and and keep that throughout the transaction. Because at the end of the day, you guys are business friends, not friends, or business partners, not friends. So let me continue through with this door knocking. Those are some of the biggest objections you're going to get up front. Okay, so do you have a lender? Do you have a real estate agent that you're working with? No, I don't. But we're not in a position right now to. I really don't want to get hounded by sales calls and all the above. Hey James, I totally understand where you're coming from. I'm a referral based type of an agent. So what that means is I get a client like yourself and I treat them so good that they generally refer me one or two clients, and that's how my business operates. So I'm not the cold salesy type real estate agent. I'm more of a family based, more of a warm relationship building agent. Okay, so you giving me your phone number and you giving me your email is just a source for me to contact you in the future, where I don't have to knock on your door every single time. Um, so if you can understand that, then I think you giving me your phone number and email would be not such a big of a deal. And I promise you, I won't bombard you with emails and text messages and phone calls. I promise you. What I really want to do is I want to make sure we don't lose contact. That way, if something were to happen, I was to move, you were to move, and we lost contact by the door, that I can still at least have a way to contact you by phone or email. Um, and you're in the process. You're thinking about buying a home, right? And selling. Yes, we do want to buy and we do want to sell. Okay, and you don't have an agent or you don't have a lender, right? Correct. Well, the number one rule when you're thinking about buying or selling, this is big, is you got to have an agent and a lender in your back pocket. And what that means is 7:30 at night, 7:30 in the morning, you have some crazy question about selling your house or buying a house, send me a text message, send me an email. And when I wake up, I'll be sure to respond and give you the best advice I have for you in that particular moment. Because there are some things that have broken deals that were so simple that a text message could have taken care of. And that set them back 6 months. And, we don't want that for you. So I'm not here to hammer you with emails and phone calls. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? And then you got to put it down on pen and paper. So, what's your phone number, James? You go straight into the question. I'm not kidding. So, what's your phone number, James? And they're going to give you that look like, man. 909 951. And they're going to give you the number. Perfect, James. I appreciate that. And what about a good email? James dot whatever at outlook.com. Perfect, James. Yeah, I really appreciate that. This is the beginning of our friendship, our relationship, and we're going to be longtime friends, business partners. So please don't hesitate to give me a call, a text, whatever it might be, at any time. And as soon as I'm available, I will respond. That creates a lot of trust, and now you guys have built something that's everlasting. The only way you're going to break it is if you fail to communicate with them by following up, and the only way you're going to fail is if you fail to reach out to them on a regular basis. And I don't mean every week, every 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever you feel best suited. But you're going to build that, and it's up to you to maintain it. So now that you have that, now it's a lead. Now that's something that's a plus, right? But we have to close. We have to ask for the business. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. So before I leave, and that's really important verbiage, before I leave, because now they know you're finally going to leave, because they got to get back to their football game, their basketball game, or whatever it might be. Hey, before I leave, James, do you happen to know anybody that might be thinking about buying or selling a home? They're going to look up in the sky and go yes or no. Okay? The no is probably going to be what you get for the first 4 or 5 times you ask. Once you continue to build that relationship, continue to build the trust, that's when you'll start receiving yeses. Actually, yeah, um, the guy at my church is talking about buying his house. Maybe I'll send him your number and see if he calls you. Perfect. And that's how the referral business starts, right? So that's the keys to success on door knocking. Those are probably the 5 or 6 biggest objections that you get, and I wanted to focus on those the most because everything else, there's always going to be a ton of objections. There's really only about 7 or 8 big ones that they always bring up to you. If you're selling, what do you charge? What's your split? How fast can you sell my house? How much can you sell my house for? What makes you different than that agent? What makes you better than that agent? Those types of things. When you're buying a house, it's a little different. It's more of a fight for, you know, who can get the buyer first. It's kind of luck. I don't really like to call it luck. There's some people that call it luck, timing, and luck, but I'm really on a different level where I believe it's everything's God given, right? So work hard. You're gonna see yields. So I guess luck would be you working hard in some people's eyes, and timing would be, hey, today was the day. But in my eyes, it's don't sit at home and expect to get leads. Go out there, work, and God will bless you, right? So, anyways, guys, that's it for today. Sorry for the shaky video. It's in my car. The mount that I have isn't the best. I'm trying to find another one. So, if you guys like this, just give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to start watching more content, just hit the subscribe button. Send me a comment, whatever it is. I'd love to help you guys build your business, become better agents, become sharper. And at the end of the day, there's so much business out there. I feel there's plenty of business for you. I feel there's plenty of business for me. So we just got to rock it and roll it. If you guys have any buyers or sellers in the Moreno Valley, Menifee, Temecula, Murrieta, Southern California area, send them my way. Let me know where you're from. That way I can have contacts with people from different areas, different states, and love to collaborate with you guys on a higher level. Send me a message. I appreciate your guys' time. I'm about to exit the freeway, 215 southbound. Gonna get off on probably Los Alamos here in Murrieta. Got to do some work at the office, a meeting, and talk to some new agents, stuff like that. So have a good day. Be safe, be blessed, and if you have any questions, like I mentioned,